All right, let's jump right into this. When you picture Chile, what comes to mind? Probably great wine, right? Or maybe just that famously long, skinny map stretching all the way down South America. But as we're going to see in this explainer, that barely even scratches the surface. We're talking about a place that holds the driest non-polar desert on Earth, mysterious giant stone heads facing out into the Pacific, and deep space telescopes so powerful they literally watch stars being born. It's wild. So we're going from that incredibly long coastal map straight to the cracked earth of the Atacama Desert, over to the towering Rapa Nui Moai, all the way down to freezing ancient glaciers, and then up to massive deep space telescopes. Honestly, it genuinely feels like jumping between completely different planets. But the crazy thing is, it's all one continuous strip of land. It's literally an entire planet's worth of extremes packed into a single country. Section 1. The impossible map. Thousands of kilometers of extremes. Because to truly wrap our heads around the surprises this country holds, we first kind of have to grasp the sheer mind-boggling scale of its borders. Think about this for a second. Chile stretches for thousands of kilometers right down South America's Pacific coast. It's one of the longest countries on Earth, yet it's incredibly narrow. It's boxed in by the ocean on one side and the massive Andes Mountains on the other. So it acts as this crazy superhighway of geography, a literal bridge connecting bone-dry deserts up north all the way down to winding fjords and massive ice fields in the south. Moving to Section 2. Deserts, blooms, and stars, the magic of the north. If you travel up to the top of that long map, you enter an environment that honestly feels practically extraterrestrial. Okay, consider this jaw-dropping contrast. First, you have the Atacama Desert. This is one of the driest places on Earth outside the polar regions. There are areas here that receive absolutely zero rain. None. It's closer to Mars than your average desert. But get this, it's the exact same place where after a super rare rainfall, seeds that have been sleeping deep underground for years, sometimes decades, just suddenly wake up. They completely transform one of the harshest environments on the planet into this spectacular temporary garden. It is literally nature pulling off a magic trick right before your eyes. And that exact same harsh, dry environment, it creates a totally different kind of wonder. We're talking about the absolute best skies on Earth for astronomy. Because of the intensely dry air, the high altitude, and basically zero light pollution, the ALMA Observatory gets this completely unmatched window into the universe. Scientists are using these massive antennas to study cold gas, cosmic dust, and to actively witness the formation of brand new stars and planets. So yeah, the ground might be bone dry, but the view into deep cosmic history is crystal clear. Section 3. Mysteries of the Pacific. Echoes in stone. We are shifting gears now from the deep mysteries of the cosmos down to some really profound human mysteries sitting way out in the ocean. Because this country's geography doesn't just run north and south. It reaches way, way out into the Pacific Ocean. Out here is Rapa Nui, which you might know as Easter Island. It's home to those massive stone Moai statues. These enormous figures were built by a highly skilled Polynesian society between the 10th and 16th centuries, and they make this one of the most mysterious, iconic cultural landscapes anywhere on Earth. It's just awe-inspiring. Section 4. The Ends of the Earth, Seismic Power and Dramatic Landscapes. We're plunging dramatically south now, moving from those quiet stone watchers to the raw, untamed power of the Earth itself. Now, the year 1960 serves as a stark reminder of the immense tectonic forces at play here. That year, southern Chile was struck by the strongest earthquake ever recorded by instruments. The seismic waves were so unbelievably powerful that they permanently altered coastlines and triggered massive tsunamis. It's a really profound, terrifying demonstration of the Pacific Ring of Fire, which churns right beneath this whole country. But that very same dramatic geology is exactly what gives us Patagonia. With the imposing granite towers at Torres del Paine, massive fields of blue glaciers, winding fjords, and these vividly turquoise lakes, it contains some of Earth's most breathtaking landscapes. Geographically speaking, it truly looks and feels like you're standing at the very edge of the world. Section 5. People, Power, and Pride, the Foundations of Chile. We've seen all these unbelievable landscapes, right? Well, now let's look at the human roots and the material resources that actually drive this region today. First up, let's look beneath the Earth. Chile is a massive global copper giant. It's one of the world's leading producers of this vital metal, and this matters directly to you and me. The copper pulled from this narrow strip of land goes straight into our everyday electronics, our construction wiring, and the clean energy systems that are powering the modern world. But alongside the wealth of the land is the deep cultural wealth of the people. The Mapuche are one of Chile's great indigenous peoples, and they have a long, powerful history of resistance. Over centuries, they've maintained their unique identity, their language, and their culture down in the southern forests. Their continuous presence is a really vital reminder that the story of this land absolutely did not begin with colonization or the modern state. Section 6. Almost every climate. Multiple countries in one. When you put all these pieces together, the geographic picture is honestly almost hard to believe. In a matter of seconds, you can conceptually jump from absolute desert to lush vineyards, active volcanoes, temperate rainforests, deep fjords, and literal gateways to Antarctica. When you lay it all out side by side, you can clearly see why Chile feels exactly like multiple different countries stretched out into one single incredibly narrow strip. We started off by saying this is where the driest desert suddenly blooms, where telescopes look into the dawn of cosmic history, and where the land feels like the edge of the earth. So it leaves us with one final thought. If this long, skinny map hides such an enormous story, what other hidden worlds are waiting to be discovered inside it? Keep exploring, keep learning, and thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.